Hey everybody, not sure if you can see that. It's about 64 degrees, but it's only about 9:30 a.m. here in California. I'm just out here in front of my house. Gas prices coming up on $5 a gallon. Electricity bills between 150 and 200 a month here. It's getting tough for a lot of people out here. If it wasn't for investments, I don't know how I would make it out here. So I encourage everybody to invest wisely. Today we're going to talk about the rising oil prices, energy prices, and more. Please stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you in a minute. Let's go ahead and start right here. Oil will hit $120 a barrel if Russia invades Ukraine. So here we are in the U.S. basically sitting ducks as far as the cost of living goes. And what's gas going to be? What's a gallon of gas going to be here in California if we hit 120 a barrel? So when I say sitting ducks, I'm talking about just that we're subject to, or we're victims of, what happens outside of our control. So we're victims of what happens in the world. You have war, you have supply chain disruptions, you have all of the economic manipulation and schemes that we're seeing right now that affect a lot of us. And it's a very small group of people that make all these major decisions as far as interest rates go, and other laws and things like that, other policies that are made that affect our oil supply or energy, etc. And you have people that are trying to get away from the dependence on fossil fuels, for example, but then you go to an electric vehicle, an example, but now you're dependent on the power grid. And what's going to happen when electricity bills spike? Electricity in California is actually pretty expensive and going higher. And I think everywhere you look, it is going higher. You don't see many areas of anything that we have to consume or purchase as far as goods and services. You don't see many things going down in price, or many services going down in price. Now, oil today back down below $90. But look at this 1 year chart here. We came from about just under $60 a year ago. Now we're just under 90. And it gets to a point where we have to ask ourselves, how much is enough savings? If I have 100,000 put away, 200,000, if I have $500,000 put away, is that going to be enough to ever retire if we do not see an end to this rising cost, rising price situation? Now, still on the topic of rising energy costs, bone-chilling cold makes it feel like 88 below zero in remote Alaska town. Wind chill of 88 below. I hope these people have a source of heat. Can you imagine if you run out of heating fuel, or if you just can't afford it, or if there's a supply chain disruption and you have that sort of wind chill temperatures? You may not even survive. All right, and that's Alaska, so that's an extreme example. But the wind chills in some of the northern states, Wisconsin, Minnesota, it gets below zero in many of those states as well. And, like I've said before, this is one of the reasons why I stay in California. I have lots of other reasons, family situations, including family members with pretty severe healthcare issues or pretty severe medical issues. So once you get a family, it becomes very complicated and more difficult to try to navigate, what's going to be financially the best move. And I think the people that are going to do the best in this upcoming economic downturn that we're going to see, which may actually still see rising prices, but it's going to be a purchasing power collapse for a lot of people. The people that are going to be best able to navigate that are going to be single, healthy and in good health, not overweight, not obese, not tied down with debt, including a huge mortgage. They're going to be able to relocate very quickly and swiftly, and without too much baggage and without too many things to have to travel with. So travel light, you've heard the term. I think those are going to be the people that are going to best navigate what we're going to be seeing here coming up in the next few years in this country. Expect the weather events to get more severe. Expect the temperature swings to get more severe as well. So single person, agile, able to easily relocate without too much baggage. You're going to be in the best position as far as the bottom 90%. Now, the top 10%, a lot of them have their own yachts, their own private islands. They can go off the coast. They can go off to an escape bunker somewhere, maybe over in New Zealand. But speaking of billionaires, let's take a look at this recent article here. Elon Musk loses 40 Starlink satellites after geomagnetic storm rattles the Earth, costing SpaceX $10 million. So it's not just the storms that we have to worry about here on Earth. Even some of these satellites are being affected. It says here 40 of the 49 Starlink satellites launched by the California rocket maker last week will disintegrate as they deorbit and burn up in Earth's atmosphere. So there you go, $10 million gone just like that. I wonder what that $10 million could have been used for here on Earth. All right, but this is just some of the, this is just scratching the surface. Some of the spending that we've seen and space exploration. You have to second guess some of that when you look at all the problems that we have here on this planet. But maybe these people are looking to have another place to escape to. Maybe the private island or the escape bunker over in New Zealand is not going to be enough. They're going to want to colonize other planets. So the billionaires are going to continue to explore, maybe as an escape hatch for what's coming here to this world. All right. So who knows? But let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks everybody for being here. Hope you're warm and cozy wherever you're at. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Big love, people. Bye.